guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming back. Today I wanted to talk about hair. Lots of you guys have requested a hair tutorial video, and I thought I would combine everything I have to say about my hair in one video. So yeah, let's start and dive into all things hair. So my hair is a long story, I think. I've been blessed with a lot of hair, but very fine hair. So when I grew up, my hair was long. I had it in a shorter bob as a younger girl. Tried to grow it out longer, but I was obsessed with a series which is called Who's the Boss, I think. And this actress, Alyssa Milano, playing the daughter in the series, had a bob. And I really wanted a bob like her. So that's why when I was a teenager, I wanted to have my hair cut like that. I've been through lots of coloring phases as a teenager. I dyed it brown, I dyed it red, I tried to get it blonder, putting in like lemon juice and lay in the sun and trying to highlight it like that. Can't recommend that to anyone because your hair really gets dry. So I've had my little experimental phases with my hair, and yeah, and I really tried to get it longer, but as I said, my hair is very fine, so it was hard to get a nice length. And when I was in my early 20s, I was already pursuing my showbiz career, and I had a part in a series in the Netherlands. And for that, my hair was a little bit longer. But I made this really foolish mistake. In between shooting, I cut my hair. Because I thought, you know what, I need to get rid of the dead ends and let's go to the hairdresser. And I think the hairdresser took that too serious and cut off a lot of hair. Which is not that good if you're doing a series, because you have to continue to have the same look. And as I was walking through the streets of Amsterdam, and as you know, these things always happen with a reason, my then makeup artist and the woman that was doing my hair for the series drove by in her car. And she called me and she said, "What did you do to your hair?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I just, I cut it a little bit." And she said, "Sylvie, you need to have the same length. What did you do? We have another round of shooting next week and we need to get it long again." Oh my gosh. So that was the first experience of, I cannot just cut my hair without saying that to anyone. And so we had a solution with clip-in extensions. This was actually the first time that I was really aware of, putting extra hair to my hair to get a look that I wanted. In this case, I needed to do this, but it was a good practice because I saw what you can do with clip-in extensions, and the hair was long again. We shot the scenes that needed to be the same as before, and we kind of pulled it off. In that period, I also started to host shows for a music channel, and this was, I think, a year later. And I was doing the show, and I was also very honored to host a big music awards show. And back then I was going to a hair salon where I was living, and Laura, the girl that is still one of my very, very best friends, who does my extensions now, still after so many years, but I'll get to that later. She was sometimes cutting my hair, and she said, "Sylvie, you have this big award show, don't you want to do something with your hair?" And I was saying, yeah, I would love to have longer hair, and I would love to have more volume. And then she showed me the first time ever that I saw this was possible, the extensions from a great length. And we decided to go for it, to have longer and fuller hair for me for that TV show. But as you can imagine, after that one session, my hair was long, it was full, it was the color I wanted, because also with great lengths you can really adjust the color to your specific desire. And yeah, and I really, really loved that look. So that was, I think, yes, it was 2003, and that was the first time I had the experience with great lengths. And I have to say, I've been using great lengths extensions ever since, although obviously I had the 1.5 year break from extensions due to having breast cancer in 2009. Obviously there I lost all my hair. I wore wigs during my chemotherapy, and also after that, until my hair was long enough, it was 2 centimeters, and I took off the wig, and yeah, I had a new life with short hair. And I also love that phase in my life. I really believe that these phases are there to make you grow as a person. And although it was the hardest time of my life, as you can imagine, very, very emotional. It was yeah, it was a battle, and I'm very, very grateful to stand here 12 years later and talk about this with a smile on my face. And as I've grown out my hair in that period of time, obviously when it came to this awkward in-between phase, and you know, everyone was saying, Sylvie, you look great with the short hair. I felt great with the short hair, but it wasn't my decision. You know, it was life that took away my hair then, and I really wanted to have my long hair back. So obviously Laura was there for me in that period of time to help me go through these awkward phases of in-between length. So we went from having the hair like ear length to put extensions to have it like a bob, and then we grew it out, and then again we had the length almost to the shoulder, and so on. So it was actually a very nice way to, you know, to have all these stages of nice hairstyles in between until it was long enough to have like the full-on length again. So that is a little bit a story about my hair transformations during a big time of my life. And maybe it's nice if I put in some pictures so you can see all these phases as well, so you have, you know, you can imagine what I've been through and how I looked. So now I'm still having my extension, and I'm very happy to say that since 2020 I am ambassador for Great Lengths. So yeah, I'm in a position that I am having all of these beautiful extensions to try out. Laura is still doing my extensions every 5th to 6th month, and I truly love that whole process, although it's a long process. As you may know, extensions are a way to lengthen and put in more volume in your own hair. The Great Lengths extensions are made from real hair. You can choose all the colors. I always go for a cooler shade of blonde mixed in with a darker root. So, you know, I always have this kind of sun-kissed look in my hair. I really love that blonde, but obviously I have dark eyebrows, and my skin tone is warmer, so I really love a darker root because I feel like that's a more natural blonde for me. Yeah, so that's basically my kind of look that I always really want from my extensions, and I will put my shades of extensions in the description box in case you're interested in what I use. Obviously I also dye my hair because you know, this girl is almost 43 and I do have some grays coming here and there. So I always color my roots a little bit darker and then a cooler shade of blonde as a highlight, so it mixes nicely with my extensions. So yeah, that is that about my hair color. And then an often requested thing is, how do I do these waves? And I have to say that in the last, well, I don't know, maybe 15 years, I've always curled my hair with like a very old-fashioned heating, like how do you say that, hot curlers. I put them in, clipped them in, did my makeup, removed them, and then there were the curls. I really did this for a very, very, very long time. And I was always skeptical. Skeptical? So yeah, I was always very skeptical about anything else than my curlers. I love my curlers. But the problem is with those curlers, I couldn't buy them anymore because they don't make them anymore. And I tried other curlers and I didn't like them. And even the Carmen set that everyone knows, I didn't like those. So I was kind of getting worried, I have to say, because one of these days, this little curling set, and I'll show you later, obviously would die, yeah? And then I would have a problem. So, obviously, I also watch YouTube. And I was seeing this thing from Dyson, the Airwrap, and I was thinking, I'm skeptical. Skeptical? I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, it looks complicated, I don't like complicated. And I have to say, I'll always try to use these really hot iron curlers, and they always, iron curlers? Look, these things, very, very dangerous. They get very, very hot. So, and I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I'm a very clumsy person. Like, anything can happen. I could fall down this minute, or I could stick this in my eye. That could also happen. So, myself combined with like a 200-degree curling iron should not be in my hands. It's just not safe. So, when I heard about the Airwrap, it sounded very innocent, which I like, because that's good, because I cannot hurt myself. But still, I was thinking, no, my little curling set, that is the way to go. It always gives me the perfect waves. Why should I change? You know, all these thoughts in my head. Like, really, truly, it's really bad. And then something really great happened. Dyson sent me an Airwrap. And even with that thing in my hand, I was thinking, this will never work. Because, you know, before I learned that, you know, you have two barrels and they have like they have arrows on it, I will get confused. It will never work. I tried it out. And when I tried it out, it was a big hallelujah moment. I didn't even have to think about it twice. And since then, I have never ever used my little curling set anymore. And I think I'm ready to show you guys, even though, keep in mind, I am clumsy. I am by no means really great with hair. I just know how to do my hair so it looks good on a picture. That's it. So, enjoy. Okay guys, a little disclaimer here. I'm really bad with hair. I'm just saying. Really, I am. This makes me nervous. Okay, my hair. I washed it yesterday. I let it dry naturally, brushed it out, put it in a bun, slept with it, obviously because I wanted to show you guys how I do my hair today. So when I woke up, I brushed again, and to be honest, I used the Dyson, this little brush, put it on the Airwrap, and then I just brushed it so it looked, I didn't look exploded, you know, for the first part of the video. Normally I wouldn't even do that process. I would just start. So, okay, let's Airwrap. I divide the hair in a center parting, as you can see, And then I'm gonna curl these two sections. And what I do is I start with the lower layer. I just divide it in two, like so, and I clip this away like this. And I take a strand like this and put on my Airwrap. Like 10 seconds, and then I push this little button, and then the air is cool, so it sets the curl more. And that's it. I use a little bit of hairspray, and then I let it cool off, and I start with the next one. So this side of the hair is now curled. I'm not going to brush it out now or go through it with my hands because I don't want to, you know, pull the curls too much. So I'm just going to let them sit, cool off, and then you have to just change the barrel because you're curling away from the face. And for this side, I put in this one, and then again, just divide it, the hair. So I did both sides, and normally I would now do my makeup and really let the waves or curls, or how you want to call it, cool off, because I feel like then, you know, it just stays put for a longer time. What I normally do is I would tease this part a little bit, because obviously you don't want the extensions to show in the back. And I always use a little hairspray. And then go through it with my hands. Yeah, and I think that is it. Usually I'll do a little bit of the Kevyn Murphy Shimmer Me Blonde spray. Not too much because, you know, you don't want it to get greasy, but just a little bit. It really smells good and it gives a lot of shine to the hair. And that's it, guys. This is for me now the best and most easy way to get my wavy hair. It's easy, it's quick, and I really love the result. Even tomorrow they will still be perfect when I wake up. So yeah, that's about it. This is my wavy hair tutorial. Hope you liked it. I hope I did it okay. And again, I'm not really good with hair, so you know, I'm already happy that something easy that works is out there on the market. So thank you, Dyson, for gifting me the Airwrap. I'm really happy about it, and my mom is also very, very happy with it. I sent her Airwrap, obviously with the shorter barrels because she has short hair, and it's really great. It comes out perfectly. So guys, leave a comment down below if you have something to ask or maybe some ideas for a next video. And obviously, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time. Mwah.